What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and today is day number 9 of no cigarettes, completely cold turkey, just straight up quitting. And I can imagine some of you are probably getting sick and tired of hearing about that, and forgive me if you are, but look, this is a big deal to me. I have never in my life quit before, not without getting locked up. This is a first for me, and I'm super proud of this, and I have to keep talking this into existence. But I ain't gonna waste no more time with it, and we're gonna move on just that quick. Folks, today I wanna share with you guys some prison-related news, and this is something that we have always done here on After Prison Show. From time to time, we share crazy stories in relation to prison-related news, because these are stories that I either really wanna share with you guys, or I feel like the world needs to be made aware of. And with the fact that we do address prison-related news here on After Prison Show, it would make zero sense to not address these two prison-related news stories in the news right now pertaining to yours truly, Old Joe and After Prison Show. Now, one thing that I want to mention off tops about all of this is, anytime that you're making the news, you really hope that you're making the news for the right reasons. I can imagine, because I don't think it's ever really happened to me, that I've ever made the news for the wrong reasons. But I don't want to put that past anything right now. With the fact that we've made 2 different publications in the last week, you got to worry about making the news for the wrong reasons. Because anytime the paparazzi gets involved in a situation, sometimes they like to spin things. Anything for the views, far exceeding anything in relation to YouTube. So we made the news, and not only did we make the news, there were some other prison-related YouTube channels that made the news along with us, and then there was another story that came out in another country. I don't even know what language it's in. So with the fact that we've made the news along with Big Herc from Fresh Out, and also this new dude, Wes Watson, that's a really awesome thing. It's always exciting when you're making the news, especially for the right reasons, and then to get featured alongside other people who are doing really good in the same field and genre that you're in. But I want to share with you guys my take on this entire situation and how all of this was brought to my attention. Because being completely honest with you, I had no idea we were going to get featured in the New York Post. And I'm quite sure that is a pretty big publication, because a lot of stories that I use for After Prison Show, sometimes I get them from the New York Post. So I've been quite familiar with this publication and website for a long time. And I wouldn't be made awares until just the other day, when a whole bunch of people would start tweeting this to me. Hey, Joe, look at this here. And again, I want to emphasize how scary of a thing that could actually be, because, this could have been something completely negative. Trust me, it could have been. Even though we ain't doing nothing negative, and I don't think anybody else is doing anything negative neither. But the media and the news got a way of spinning things. Thank God that they didn't. But I wouldn't be made aware of this until a bunch of people would start tweeting this to me, and it was exciting to see this because it was a positive thing. It says, meet the inmate influencers making 6 figures from prison posts. And it's got old Wes Watson, Joe Guerrero, and Marcus Timmons. I did not know that guy's government name until just now. This story starts off by saying that these celebrities finally got their big prison break. At first I thought that this was a positive story, but no. Sort of sounds like they're trying to make fun of the entire situation. Like what I do and what Fresh Out does, and I'm sure what Wes Watson does ain't some real deal stuff. The celebrities. Jailbirds are cashing in as influencers and racking up fans online. No longer behind bars, these former inmates and ex-cons are racking up large followings with their videos, some boasting millions of followers. I never boast about having 1 million subscribers on YouTube. In fact, that is just a number. Sort of like age. Isn't age just a number? All while making millions of dollars? Hold on, man. They talk about we millionaires. Have y'all seen my house and my cars and my boat? I ain't no millionaire. Millionaire? What do they think I am? Casey Neistat? And where did they get this information from? Because again, I got to emphasize, I was not awares at all. Completely unawares about this story coming out. Hence, what I'm trying to really say here was, nobody reached out to me for this story, asking my permission to run with this. Not that I care. I'm actually just going to spend this video reacting to this BS. Because they just be making things up. I ain't no millionaire. I ain't got a four-wheeler or a dirt bike or a Lamborghini. I'm not Jake Paul. And no, this has nothing to do with Kim Kardashian. Oh, now they're trying to be really funny. Like Kim Kardashian is actually doing a lot of huge things in relation to prison reform. So I guess they're saying, forget us. Forget After Prison Show, Fresh Out, West White. Forget them. They ain't no Kim K's. Shit me, my spirit animal's Kim Kardashian. And no, this has nothing to do with Kim Kardashian and her recent interest in prison reform? Video blogs about penitentiary life have garnered fanfare long before the reality star began her jail justice crusade. With 1.27 million subscribers, one such vlog, After Prison Show, we ain't no vlog. I mean, we kind of somewhat like a vlog channel sometimes, but not all the time. A vlog is like a video blog. After Prison Show is the channel. One such vlog, After Prison Show, was started 3 years ago by ex-con Joe Guerrero. That stigma, that thing that I will forever carry with me for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter that the title of this story says, "Meet the inmate influencers making 6 figures." Isn't $1 million money 7 figures? None of that even matters. All they care about is the fact that I am an ex-con. You know, it is 2019. There are certain words you can't say out in society these days. I mean, there's a lot of bad words that you can't say. I truly feel like ex-con needs to be one of those. Ex-con Joe Guerrero. 3 years ago by ex-con Joe Guerrero after he served 7 years for cocaine and firearm possession. Guerrero's first viral video was about how to make a prison tattoo gun, the Washington Post reported. And his channel now has nearly 205 million total views. Do we really? We ain't even got 1 billion yet. See, when you're relevant on YouTube, you got 1 billion plus views. We ain't even got 250 million yet. And you talking about I'm a millionaire. Y'all don't know nothing about this CPM and this ad revenues and this sponsor. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all the New York Post. Because what y'all doing right now, y'all borderline snitching on me. And this shit ain't even true. Now, of course, I do have to take ownership where ownership is due. And I'm gonna share a confession with you guys. Like I said, all of the information in this particular story came from the Washington Post. They just straight up snatched this story from them. When I did the initial interview for the Washington Post, that was only like the second time I had ever really been interviewed for After Prison Show. I've been interviewed like 3 times total up until that point. Well, actually, I've only been interviewed 3 times. The first time was by BBC. The second time was by the local news. Not for After Prison Show and the good that we were doing in the community. Forget that. Because I held up a sign after losing a Super Bowl bet. In fact, everything that I mentioned about After Prison Show, they didn't even mention that. So the first time was by BBC. The second time was by the local news for the Super Bowl bet that I lost. And then the third time, the biggest time, was by the Washington Post. And I truly felt like that was like a huge opportunity. I was nervous about that. I don't got a lot of experience getting interviewed. Mike the Cop interviewed me, actually. That was another time. But during the initial interview with the Washington Post, I made a big mistake. You know, when you're talking to a reporter, you got to really watch what you say. You can't just go saying anything and expect them to not to overlook that. They're going to use anything that you say. It's almost like getting arrested. You've got the right to remain silent, and anything that you say and do can be used against you in the court of public opinion, in the media. I don't really want to say that he asked me. He kind of asked me multiple times in multiple different ways. It was almost like an interrogation about this one particular thing. And again, when the Washington Post story first came to me, I was so starstruck by it. I was so blown away that I wasn't even really paying attention to what the premise of all of this is about. The Washington Post and also this New York Post story as well. I'm going to tell you about that in just a second. But this guy from the Washington Post would be asking me about money. And money is something you don't never discuss. It's in bad taste. It's bad etiquette. It's not something you're supposed to do or that you do. If you want to show people you got the money, you go buy that lime green Lamborghini. I don't got it like that. I'm going to be honest with you. I got it, but I ain't got it like that. And my taxes is dumb high. So it's almost like I ain't even got it. And I damn sure ain't got no $1 million money. But this guy would ask me how much I made. Come on, just tell me. You make a little, you make a lot, you make, how many zeros are behind that? And as the New York Post reports that was initially, brought to light by the Washington Post, they said that I say YouTubing is now my full-time job, which it is, and it earns me a 6-figure income. Some things you can't undo, I wish I would have never said that. Because all these stories are about is the fact that we are supposed to be making like buku dollars. And don't get me wrong, I make a lot of money. I make good money. How much money do I make? Again, you don't talk about that type of stuff. But let me tell you something. I get absolutely crucified in taxes. I got a business with no overhead. I ain't got a whole hell of a lot of shit that I can write off. And all that stuff that you think can be wrote off, It ain't all what you think it is. Trust me. You learn that when you're dealing with some tax folks who know the law. Oh, so you think because you did some GoFundMes and you raised some money for some people and you gave that to them after you ran that money through your account, that you're not going to be liable and responsible for that in taxes? You absolutely are. You absolutely are. Until now, my life had been a constant failure, Guerrero told the Washington Post in June. I told myself that if I'm going to make it this time or if I'm going to fail, I want to show people what that's like. And yeah, that was the whole point of starting After Prison Show. Absolutely, to show people and to open their eyes to what it's like to serve time and come home and deal with the struggles and the trials and tribulations after that. Started with me, and then we featured so many others, worked with so many others, and tried to help so many others. Do they mention anything in this story about the good deeds and the stuff that we have done in an effort to try to help people? I don't know. We'll have to continue reading. Unlike documentaries that tackle incarceration rates or social justice issue, these popular prison shows on YouTube discuss the grit and grime with no taboo topics barred. Lockdown 23-1, which has 405,000 subscribers. Damn, he got that money? Shout out to you, Josh. Even touched on questions including what happens after the lights go out. That's a damn good Cody! Hey, write down that we need to do the video, what happens when the lights go out, but we need to title it differently so people don't think that we got it from lockdown. And even the perennial cliche, what happens when someone drops the soap in the shower. We definitely did a video about that. You got to do a video about it. You have got to do a video about what happens when you drop the soap in the shower. If you got you a prison-related YouTube channel, you have to do that video. The channel Fresh Out Life After the Penitentiary has a segment called Prison Talk with popular videos about joining a gang in prison with 3.5 million views. Shout out to Fresh Out for that video right there and the perils of being short and skinny in jail. Cody, hey, write down what it's like to be tall and skinny in jail. And folks, I'm kidding saying those things. That video's got 3.7 million views. Shout out to that. Marcus Timmons, also known as Big Herc, runs a popular Fresh Out channel which has over 450,000 subscribers. An ex-con convicted of bank robbery and recently told Insider he makes thousands of dollars a month in ad payouts from his popular videos. We got to stop talking about the money, y'all. We got to. Because they don't care about nothing except for the fact that they think we like bazillionaires. They don't care about the fact that we're trying to keep the youth out of prison. And we try to open up the eyes of, normal society who doesn't have an idea, but they're interested in what prison is like. Even some discuss tips and tricks for surviving the cell block. Guerrero's most popular videos include 10 ways to cook ramen in prison. That was a banger right there. That was a banger. I remember when me and Cody put that together. We put that video together on the fly. Like literally like a half a day before I was getting ready to leave and go out of town. And I went out of town and that video blew up. God bless it, man. If I find out this dude's making fun of me, I'm gonna be mad. I just got somebody who sent me an email talking about the Bobby Bones Show, which is a country music talk show, was talking about this article right here.
They're calling them celebrities. These celebrities are making six figures from prison. With 1.2 million subscribers, the After Prison Show, which is a guy who served 7 years for cocaine and firearm possession, he talks about how to make a prison tattoo with a fake gun. It's got 205 million views. So all these guys coming out of prison and making a bunch of money. Not all, some.
Yeah,
But
a
even
very
then,
select few. Don't try to go to jail so you can come out and then be famous.
And I saw Bobby Bones tweet this out. Shout out to you, Bobby. If you want to have me on the show, we can talk about the money all day long. That ain't going, no. Why won't somebody just reach out to me and say, After Prison Show, you guys are really doing some good things in the community trying to help folks. We are legitimately, right now, as soon as I get done filming this video, I'm going right back to what we're working on, our biggest project ever right now. We're making a TV show. We are making our own TV show about everything that After Prison Show does. Showcases the trials and tribulations that individuals face in prison, and more importantly, what they come home and deal with. We're working on that right now, and you guys are going to be seeing that real soon. But Bobby Bones, if you ever want to have me on, hey, holla at your boy, man. But getting back to our most popular videos, a lot of our audience was originally ex-prisoners, but now we're starting to get people from the outside who have never entertained life in prison. People would come from a more productive environment, and they're watching the show and leaving comments and questions, Timmons told the Washington Post. One such person who commented on Timmons' YouTube page was a fellow ex-con. Boy, that's all they want to refer to us as, ex-cons. We can't just be normal people. You couldn't have just said was a fellow person. Wes Watson. You had to say ex-con. That's all we'll ever be known for, folks. He told Insider that an interview on the Fresh Out channel helped to catapult him into enough fame to launch his own channel, GP Penitentiary Life, Wes Watson. Special shout out to Fresh Out for helping put that together for him, which has 215,000 subscribers. Didn't this dude just start making videos, Cody? Watson told Insider that his monthly income is $10,000 generated from ads on his popular YouTube videos. He's also doing life coaching. That's pretty awesome. Fitness training for $250 a month, and has plans to launch an online platform priced at $47 a month. Man, special shout out to this guy for having all sorts of other ideas, thinking outside of the box. It's all about succeeding after prison, and it seems like all the news cares about is the dollar amount attached to that success. Folks, I really wanted to go in on this story because of the fact that, again, you know, it doesn't matter like what good I'm doing or these other guys are doing. They only care about the money that we're making. That's the headline right there. Forget saving a guy's life, helping a guy to not go back to prison. Forget that. What you got up in the bank, though? I guess I can see how that's important. And also, like I said at the beginning of this video, there was another story that came out. This one is in a different language, and it says, I got no idea what this says. I'm gonna try to read you guys this headline and you help me to understand what this means. It says, ex-G Van Gene Verdente Miljoen Dollars Owls Vlogger. I'm quite sure that X, whatever the hell that other word is, probably means ex-con. Verdinian Miljonen. I'm guessing this says ex-con makes millions of dollars as a vlogger. And I want to be the first to let you guys know that that is absolutely false. That is fake news right there. That is not true. If I was making millions of dollars, I mean, we'd be able to do a hell of a lot more than we're able to do right now. Don't get me wrong, we're able to do quite a bit right now, but we're not making millions of dollars. That's not correct. And I'm here to fact check that. It is awesome to get this type of not only national, but worldwide exposure. So I'm very humbled by that. I'm honored. I'm honored to be mentioned alongside other individuals who are doing similar things and are doing well also. But it is prison-related news. And prison-related news is something that we address here on After Prison Show, so it would not have been right for me to not give you guys my unbiased reaction and response to these allegations in these headlines that, unfortunately, for my bank account, just are not true. Hey, look, that's it. Some kind of a way, somehow, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Special shout out to After Prison Show, to Fresh Out, to Wes Watson, to Lockdown, to everybody who's doing what they're doing on YouTube in relation to the prison-related content in an effort to try to do better for themselves and to possibly also probably help somebody else do better as well. And if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment letting me know that. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted and make the most of every day. Peace!